What's up, everybody? Eagle here. We are going to get started here shortly. So sorry for the earlier, the late reminder, for the late setup. Did just want to jump on here just to go over a few things. So we will get started here shortly. All right. So I did join the Thrustmaster affiliate program. So anybody that wants to check that out, definitely use my content creator code. Should be in the top right there. Definitely use that if you don't mind. Um, and yeah, just wanted to go over kind of what they're offering right now. So for those that have seen this before, they were offering the Soul R1 and the Soul R2. Those two were the sticks kind of to combat the other brands there with the space sticks. I haven't actually used those yet. I do have an Ava base that I use with an F16 stick, so that's my preferred stick for sure. And now the Soul R3, R4, R5, and R6 are coming out tomorrow, so that's going to be November the 12th, 2025. Definitely, as far as quality and everything like that's concerned, definitely my favorite stick. So I will be purchasing a Soul R3, and I'm planning on grabbing probably that R6 as well. So just looking into a few of these. Solar Range original release. It looks like that is, yeah. This is March 19th, 25. The second set is actually up now, actually tomorrow. So R1 Flight Stick and the R2 Sim Duo, those have been out for a bit. Actually, since the start of this year, I think. It might have actually been last year. As we can see. Yeah, it says 0425. I swear I thought of it. Oh, yeah, the Ava base came out last year. That's right. So the actual Solar One sticks, those came out at the beginning of this year. The Soul R3 Ava add-on grip, that's what I will be grabbing hopefully tomorrow. And just looking at that, Space Sim advanced level. So this gives you the capacity to swivel with an Ava base, which the Ava base currently does not have. So that Z axis, axis. Two triggers, two hat switches, mini stick and the thumb wheel. It's definitely better than the F16 stick that I have currently. And I do have that stick here. So that's what I've been using originally. It actually works pretty well for Star Citizen as it is. But yeah, definitely wanted something with that Ava base that's more towards the space sim structure there. So we'll be grabbing that. Compatible with that Ava and the Solar bases. And we'll see how it comes out. This really doesn't look like plastic to me. I'm hoping it'll be some kind of material, same material that's on the F16 stick, but we'll see. Just a few things. 2-star cams, so it does have its own set of cams. I'm not sure you can see that on here, but it does have the cams here. Yeah, there you go. 2-star cams. Another reason I'm going to grab that. And then yeah, the stick itself looks pretty nice, so should be good time. So the Warthog base, you won't get that Z-axis functionality. LEDs won't be adjustable, and then you have some more problems there. So definitely pick that up. That's only $109 for the stick, which is actually cheaper than the F16 and F18 stick, and maybe the Warthog too. It might be close second. Um, so that's the Ava add-on. That's what I'll be grabbing. Of course, the R4 HOTUS. It's throttle and stick. If you're looking into something like that, let's go to Discover now. So this is 350 US dollars USD. Space Sound level advanced, of course. So looks honestly, this throttle kind of looks like the T1600 throttle. It's just a little bit smaller, a little more compact. Um, Base looks like the R1 or 2 base, so that's pretty cool. I do like the black, the coloring on that. USB and that port, that's the same as the T1600 throttle, has the same thing. 3 axis, X, Y, and Z. That's pretty much, honestly, it looks almost identical to what that looks identical to the T1600. Hopefully, it's made out of better material. Um, it also has a few other things. We'll get into it here in a bit. Says precise and durable. Definitely looking for that durability there. T1600s actually broke on me after the first like 7 or 8 months. The axis isn't working. I think you can actually fix that. I just haven't taken the time. I wanted something a little bit more durable, so I did go with that Ava base. And it's lasted 2 fighter flight tournaments and some other things with that, so I think it's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, we'll see how it works. Versatile base. So you do have a lock at 0, 50, and 80. The T1600 I don't think had it at 0, so it was a little rough there. But that thruster should be pretty cool. Looks like you can use all of that with it as well. Yep. So Viper and Hornet grips, as well as Thrustmaster grips. So that is $349. It's already actually available in the store if you want to check it out. If not, wait and grab these other things. So the base looks pretty cool as well. We'll go ahead and discover. Nice buttons, some switches there, and looks like some radial knobs. There's also a thrust setting 1 and 2 here. Not 100% sure what that's used for. Does have that Ava stick, Ava base connector, Warhog connector there as well. So that's pretty cool. 23 programmable buttons and some lights and such. I'll be using, like I said, the Ava base. I'm not actually going to be using this or looking forward to purchasing that. Soul R6 here. So I will probably grab one of these at some point. Is dialed down from the T1600 and looks like it's better quality. Hopefully, it's not the same material from the T1600. Like I said before, the detents, they are positioned at 0, 50, and 80. And then there's an afterburner as well. So definitely looking forward to that. Has a few other controls, buttons, hats, POV, thumb wheel, mini stick. So yeah, we'll see how it works. I am excited to see this actually. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the Thrustmaster. Like I said before, I'm in the affiliate program now. So on the top right, you'll see a code. It actually shows, it may be wrong on the code. Let's see if I can find it. But these do come out tomorrow, and use my code. Let me grab that code real quick because I'm not 100% sure that's the right code. So I did put that in chat now. To actually use this code, if you're wanting to, you will go to Solar 3 eShop. These are out of stock. Oh, so let me go to this. We're going to space. This to cart. And then if you go to my cart, you can see a add creator code here. And then you'll add that creator code, which will be Eagle 013. Let's see if this works. Perfect. Yep. So that's how you do that. You'll add that code, go to checkout, and purchase that there. Like I said, Thrustmaster quality still my favorite. I know others have other opinions, but I've used it in the past to fighter flight tournaments, no problem. So yeah, thanks for the hanging out and watching the Thrustmaster talk. The next thing, they did come out with a galactic guide. So if you remember a few weeks ago, I did have a guide going over the Nyx system. So I wanted to just review this real quick. Discovered in 2582. Nothing really going on here that we don't know. First through our jump point and pyramid system. going over this, not too much really we need to go over, I don't believe. You can definitely take a look at that at this link that I put in chat. So definitely take a look at that. Just wanted to do a quick review on this. Nyx 1, of course, these aren't going to be in at the start. So Nyx 1's going to be the terraformed planet. Looks like they're just developing lore behind why we can't access that right now. It was a coreless heat sweep world, was poor colonization candidate. Routine survey, high grade materials, multiple companies. So they are terraforming Nyx into a friendlier place and usable place. So that's still not underway right now. Technology is then failed and the atmosphere remains stubbornly poisonous. I think Nyx 1 is supposed to be centuries later. Yep, just terraforming began in 2954, which was last year in lore. Of course, we're in 2955 now, so that's probably when they started working on that planet, placing them in the right balance of oxygen and nitrogen. So working on that, if successful, worlds long thought uninhabitable such as Baker 2, Can 3, or even Sol 2 could be placed on the path to habitability. So this is kind of developing the lore behind Nyx 1. And if you guys don't remember what Nyx 1 looks like, well, that didn't work. Nyx 1. Taking a look at the image. Well, that's not going to work. So we will go here. And
So that tiling from our height maps from high altitude, or the unpredictable blending when two biomes connected, were common. But ultimately, things just never felt right. Our worlds were gorgeous, but to us, they still sometimes felt like interpretations. Now, this was a super hard problem, which we needed to solve at the scale Fasarcism requires. We challenged ourselves as required.
so I believe this is Nyx 1.
With Genesis, we've made a complete paradigm shift to how we do things. Biomes are now created based on the physical data sets.
If I remember correctly,
With the
multiple biomes.
whenever
They're going to use the new Genesis system, and this should be what it looks like when it's out
So when you see a forest or
in the lore perspective.
it's no longer because an artist painstakingly crafted it there. It's now because it simply wants to be there. It fits inside our rules.
It's going to have some really interesting biomes for you to discover, but for now, just know it's going to be dangerous because I think it's blue. It's not going to surface. I don't really know. Nyx 3 is a. Let's talk about how that's continued to evolve since our presentation last year. And instead of just highlighting some really cool biomes that we can create, let's go ahead and show how all this work applies to the upcoming planets of Nyx. So there are 3 planets in Nyx. Nyx 3 is a gas giant, and I think it's blue. It's not going to surface. I don't really know. Nyx 2 is a yellow, toxic. It's got
Definitely
like
not
this high pressure
gonna
atmosphere,
be a big fan
and
of
it's
Nyx
like
2.
a very volatile planet with high risk reward gameplay. It's going to have some really interesting biomes for you to discover.
We'll just go over this real quick. So they're talking about that. Just wanted to get some background information for you guys on this,
what we consider
on
to
the
be
systems in
hero
here,
planet
the planets in Nyx itself.
Nyx 1 has got a rugged, remote beauty. It's got a diverse set of biomes, from weathered rocky mountain ranges to vast sweeping forests and grasslands. and from damp, expansive wetlands to claustrophobic, festering swamps. These core biome concepts give us a fantastic platform to hone our technology, in some cases because the current tech couldn't do them at all, or because we want to completely step up our game for them. So, let's approach this planet in much the same way that you, the player, will, from orbit. The orbit appearance of the planets going forward is far more tied to what is present on the surface. Previously, we had different data that drove the orbital and ground colouring. That's because the orbit was designed to look like vegetation that we'd place on the surface, and the ground colouring was trying to be a mix of soil, rock, and the organic compound colouring that forms the kind of colours there. Now we author much more of the data in a unified way. When you look at Earth, you see blues and greens for ocean and vegetation, and brown or yellowy tones for sand and soil. We wanted to keep it as simple as that. The same set of textures and data that define the colour of the soil, sand and rock on the ground are used to create the orbital look. We then assess the presence of vegetation and competition between different species on each part of the planet and use that to blend in tones of green, including variations due to species health and the current season. This creates a far more complete image and allows you to identify features, geologies, and potential points of interest all the way from space. Let's go down to the surface and start with something closer to what you're used to, but in a whole new light. When we approached the surface of the planet, we wanted to start by focusing on just the soil and rock. One of the things that was missing from our terrain previously was simply feature complexity. Looking at our contemporaries, we lacked detail at the ground scale. To combat this, we've added a new layer of data. That layer is called the medium tiles. These are intelligently placed on top of the existing 4-kilometer terrain tiles based on...
All right, sorry guys, got a little bit busy with work.
These medium tiles don't just create height changes, they also
We won't go
bring
over
in
the whole thing, but we are going to go back to this. So next one, of course, is that planet that will be habitable, I'm assuming here at the beginning of next year sometime, or midway through next year. Next two probably won't be too bad to get that into. Not 100% sure anything is going to be there. Glacium Ring will be, and Delamar both will be in, hopefully midway through this month. We're almost midway through the month, so hopefully next week sometime. Looking before IAE, which will be the 20th, so hopefully that's there. Next three, of course, it's going to be there as well. Frozen water, ammonia vapor, mineable resources, hazardous work conditions. So not too much. There is a Keeger belt as well. Haven't really read this much into this. Do business in the shadows. Some abandoned mining platforms are rumored to have been used as drop points for smugglers. So assuming that will be the new mission, kind of the Nyx Align and Mine mission that they discussed at the last CitizenCon as well. So just a few other things. I don't think too much of anything there, and that's in transmission. So that's what we've got so far. Of course, this is the Galactic Guide for the Nyx system. I may do a video some other time just looking in the past. I believe they may have had one of these for the Pyro system as well. So just comparing that to what actually came out of that, just to see how close they were. I think that's pretty much all I've got. Of course, I will hopefully be putting up another video here shortly. It may be a YouTube short though, going over the prospective ships that will be out for IE. There has been rumors of a Golem Ox, which is going to be a Golem store able to store 32 SCU cargo crates. Of course, you have the Clipper. Looks like that's going to be I think some people have called it the Mini Corsair. I'm still not 100% sure they're going to put in the Hermes. Unless it is not an RSI ship, which I'm about 100% sure it is. I was hearing that may be the December ship, so look for that in December. What else do we have? The Perseus, of course, should be up. I think people have seen a few snapshots of that so far, so no surprises there. Um, there's a Wolf L22 Alpha Wolf that was discussed. I was hearing that maybe Alpha may be lasers. So laser instead of ballistic, or laser weapons instead of ballistics. I'm hoping it's actually a torpedo version. I think that'd be good alpha damage. So maybe some size 5 torps on there. I'm doubting it though. I just wish they come out with that at some point. And then I think that's pretty much it on the new ships. They are going to have an RSI salvation. That's going to be a starter salvage ship. But like I said, we will get into that at another time for another video. I'll get more in depth to that. So sorry, guys. I guess you were not able to see. Yep. So these are the 2025 ships. Everything that's came out so far, except this bottom ship here, which is the Pioneer. So we already know what that is. It just hasn't been out yet. Going through some unknown ships for this year, topping those out. Still not 100% sure. I don't think this is the MDC, which is another vehicle that's supposed to be coming out. Mobile Defense Center. I don't believe that's it. I'm not 100% sure we're getting that. Still think that's Argo. And then we are thinking this is the Drake Clipper. I think that's all we've got. So I just want to thank everybody for hopping on, and I will schedule a stream for later on this week. Thanks, everybody.